So this is something that I've heard over and over again. People have talked about countless times, and I just feel like it's good for us to talk about it because I've experienced it, and perhaps this video will help you with something that you're currently going through. The biggest challenge that most of us face. What is it? Drum roll, please. Cue in the drum roll sound. Ta-da! Is that how it? Don't mind me. I'm so excited. I'm trying to get my energy up just so that this video is not demoralizing. Like, oh my goodness, I'm having to record this again and say it again. It's normal, but it is facing our insecurities as creators, right? So I remember leaving a comment in someone's video, and she was just talking about how she finds that when she's in her natural element and just maybe trying to learn one of her devices or just trying to set up, she's able to create the most authentic and candid content that tends to do better on her channel. And it just got me thinking, why is it that whenever we sort of want to record a video or just say, you know what, I'm ready to record this video right now and I'm going to press record, we start to experience that anxiousness and anxiety, and we start to stutter, and it just seems like, oh my goodness, this is a lot, I can't deal with this right now. I think it's just because for the most part we feel like the fact that I'm going to put this video out there, someone's going to watch it and judge me for it. There's that whole idea of just judging yourself more, and that just stems from the fact that once you record the video, you're going to review the content, right? And then you probably see that your shirt was like this sorry, I'm messing up my audio, or your teeth was this way, your hair was not in the right place, something is amiss, and you're like, oh my goodness, I don't want to record this content again, but I want to fix this. How do I fix this? And then perhaps it's something you can fix while you are editing the video or post-processing. Or in most cases, it's something you cannot change, right? Now you have to battle with the idea of, do I scrap this video? Or do I just put it out there like that and keep it moving? I think for the most part, all of these things are tied to our own insecurities. We're not looking at the value that we're putting out in terms of the content. We are looking at or trying to decipher how people will perceive us or look at us. If you focus more on the value that you are creating with the videos you are putting out, as opposed to what you think people would see because of A, maybe the way you look, or B, because of how your environment looks like, then you miss the point and you end up not putting out videos that are, how, I don't know how to explain. So you end up putting out videos that just comes from a place of struggle. And I think to a very large extent, that struggle content is something a lot of people can relate with. So if you're able to make that distinction, at least in your mind, that, okay, I am putting out this video, and I'm saying something, or I'm explaining something or teaching something, and that this thing is valuable, as opposed to, okay, I'm putting out this video, and they're going to be looking at me. What do I look like? How's my shoes? How's my hair? Then you see that you are no longer creating from a place of struggle and everything seems easier. Insecurities are things that most people face. The moment you become self-aware, that's the moment you start to notice the difference between the person sitting next to you and you, how your hair looks, the complexion of your skin, the sort of outfit you're wearing. Now, insecurities would arise when you start to feel like what this person has or how this person looks is better than how you look or what you have. And I think it's important that we also draw a distinction between aspiring to something and wanting to have what the next person has. In the first case, you are setting a goal and you want to achieve it. In the other case, you are coveting. You just start to make that comparison subconsciously, and you might see that you start to feel inadequate, or that you want what the next person has. It's good to be ambitious, it's good to have goals, it's good to want to present yourself in the best way that you can. In fact, it's important that you you should want to present yourself in the best way that you can, because as a human being, you have gifts, you have things to offer. um, if you're able to identify those things that you have to offer, that's your value and that's your selling point. It's okay to feel like you are falling short of your personal expectations or your goals. It's okay to feel that way. What's not okay is when you see those things or you perceive those things that makes you feel like you still have a long way to go. You start to just hate on yourself and just tell yourself that you are not enough just because you are not quite there. I don't know if it makes sense. Those feelings are normal, right? Those feelings are normal. But I think what's most important is, are these things fixable? That's number one. Secondly, it's good to be content. But at the same time, I do feel like there are certain things you could do to help yourself not to think in a certain way, okay? Especially in a way that just demoralizes you and just prevents you from doing what you have to do. An example, like you feel like your skin is not clear, you feel like your hair is not right, your teeth is not right. If you're able to separate the value in your video from the way you feel about yourself, that feeling of inadequacy, it doesn't encapsulate the value in the video or in the thing you are saying or the thing you are doing. If you're able to push past that mindset that people are only here for you as per how you look, your physical form, how you're dressing, your smooth face, and you're able to identify the value that the video you're putting out has, whether it's entertainment, whether it's education, you start to see that you are not dwelling on those insecurities and you're able to push past it. I was watching this YouTuber who said she set a challenge for herself to record videos every day because she wanted to monetize her channel. And she talked about how, because she knew the value she was giving through her videos, and because she genuinely enjoyed her niche, and because it was something that people could learn from, she could create videos literally every day around her niche. Like, it was so easy because literally her whole life revolved around it, from her waking up to her engagements with people. And then she realized that the reason that she was holding herself back was because she was more concerned about how she looked and how she presented those videos, as opposed to just engaging with the people who were interested in watching her and then just curating videos daily that could keep them motivated. Now, she also said that one thing she had to confront was she had to figure out how to be comfortable in her natural skin. And then she explained that in life, generally, it's not every time that you are not put together, like you have your makeup on, your hair on, all of that. It's not every time. Some days you are normal, okay? And so she had to get comfortable with her normal self to be able to put out videos daily and just create from a place of providing value. It just made me think about everything, and then it dawned on me you need to get to that point where you are so comfortable with pulling out the camera to record your video that it doesn't matter what you look like, or it doesn't matter how things are in the moment. What matters is, what is the value in this video? And am I able to deliver that value regardless of what I feel, or just wanting to attract attention to my physical, like my physical person? Um, so yeah, I just thought I would talk about that, because for me, it's not about just saying, okay, we have insecurities, put on makeup, look nice, brush your hair, brush your teeth, shower. All of these things are good. It's good to want to look your best. Most people, I mean, if not, why would nobody would literally dress up to go out? Everybody would just, we all go out looking like slobs, right? Like, this might not be outdoors, but in terms of like the internet, this is me being outside, even though I am recording this content in my house. Now, make no mistake, it's good to look good. Let me just throw this out there, it's good to look good. I know for a fact that sometimes when I'm watching some content, or when I'm scrolling through and I see a thumbnail that looks really, really good, I'm just like, oh, let me go in. And then what I see on the thumbnail is absolutely what I see in the video. And it looks so clean and nice. I would just see that I'll be watching the person just ramble on. Sometimes I'm not even listening. I just get carried away and I just let it roll, right? So there is something to say for, aesthetics and all of that. And there are ways that you can improve, or just make yourself feel better overall, just so that, it doesn't just put like that cloud in your head and just make you feel so inadequate that you don't record that video. So for me, just like I showed you guys, any day that I know I'm going to record content, I try to wake up early. I will have been brooding on the content days in advance. I will make sure that my bed is made, because clutter just gets to me. Like, clutter affects my creativity. So I like organization. When everything is in place and I know where to grab stuff if I need it, it just allows for a better flow. That's personally. It might not be you. You might not care about such things, but I found that is when I am the most productive. Another thing that I'll do is work out, just because, when I wake up in the mornings, even if I've had my tea or my coffee, I still feel like it's a drag, okay? The only time I have that energy is when I sweat and I get, my heart rate up, blood is pumping, everything. So it's important for me to also work out. That's one thing that I do if I know that I want to have a productive day generally. Like, I like to just clear my head, clear my mind. I just put myself in a state of productivity. Another thing that I've had to learn how to do is just do that quick 5 minutes touch up, okay? So my makeup is basic, right? Most times I would use a BB cream. I think I showed you guys. I would also use like foundation. Some days I use concealer, some days I don't. Once I just have that foundation on and, my setting powder, mascara, eyeliner, just like a touch on my eyebrows, lip gloss, that's it. Like, I like for my skin to look as natural as possible. I don't know. I'm a makeup person, but I would only use heavy makeup for like weddings or when I have to go out. But for the most part, you see me without makeup. But for my videos, just because to a very large extent, this is my outside. I'm going out. Like, this is going out for me because I'm putting this video out. I like to do certain things just to make myself feel good. And I found that when I feel good, I'm able to work better. I don't know, it's just me. I found that when I look good, I'm able to work better. Another thing that I know that people have talked about is, another insecurity is, oh, my space doesn't look good. So this one is very, very touchy, just because, like I said, I've been there. It's something I've experienced, and there's nothing wrong with wanting to have nice things. I think human beings in general, we all aspire to have nice things. That's why people save. That's why we work hard. Like, you work hard to be able to afford those things that would make you feel happy or just make you feel comfortable, give you joy. So I can understand that, you know, you might just feel like, okay, because my house is not that aesthetically pleasing, I cannot put this content out there. It's just normal. Like, if you're able to normalize your normal, you will not feel inadequate with what you have. You only start to feel, and I'm just trying to address this as honestly as possible, and I have been there, so I can say it. You only start to feel inadequate when you do not appreciate your normal. Now, appreciating your normal does not mean that, okay, I want to record this content now. There's a dirty cloth hanging on my TV and I'll leave it there. Are we really doing that? I don't think anybody is doing that, to be honest. I would clear my background, basic. It's just like if I was expecting a guest right now, I would clean my space just because I don't want this person to think that I'm messy. Like, it's normal. So you people are not in my house as far as a guest, but you are my guests on my channel, and I'm welcoming you into my space. So it only makes sense that I want everywhere to look good enough so that at least about myself, and you feel very comfortable when you walk into my space. So it's the same concept and the same idea, at least for me. That's how I see it. What is your normal, and how can you make the best of your normal? So in my space, I try to look around and see where I can position things, right? You know, where's the best place to position my camera that takes advantage of light, that also shows little things that I think will make my video look nicer or more appealing. And that is just me. So if you guys go back and watch some of my videos, I would say, oh, I want this area to be the background for this video. I want this area to be the background for this video. And the sort of person that would literally move things around until I get, you know, something that I like, outside of just wanting to test out the furniture and the decor in my space. Like, I want to test it out to see what I could do with it anyway. What I'm trying to say is, you do you, and you be happy with you, and just enjoy your normal, appreciate your normal, and take advantage of your normal. You can actually curate the type of space that you want and just have that one set up for filming. You could also use AI to generate your background, but even with that one, I'm just like, okay, but I've seen videos where you can actually do that just to give you that confidence to keep recording. But like I mentioned, that I said, if you are able to just push past it and look more at the value than anything else, then as you grow and as you graduate, you would see that you just get better at maybe placing something or moving things around. You don't even need to go and buy something, you know what I mean? You just move things around and you're like, oh, this is actually nice for recording. So that's something that I've also learned too. There were times when I would say, oh, I don't want this to show in my video. Oh, I don't want that to show in my video. And then one random day, I just pull up my camera and the camera is on and it's just there. And I'm looking, I'm like, oh, this is actually nice. I didn't know that the camera facing this angle would actually be really, really nice. And I can only get to that point if I have been recording videos, right? You start to appreciate certain things or certain angles or when you are recording or you're filming your videos. So yeah, I just thought I would address some of these things, all these insecurities that we face. More often than not, is in our mind, okay? It's not the way that you think. And if you are just starting out, you can only get better by recording videos consistently. That way you are learning every day, you are reviewing the content every day, you are figuring out better ways to record, you are even figuring out how to better compose your videos in terms of, you know, all of the camera settings or whatnot, and you just get better with time. Don't let your insecurities prevent you from putting out value or just contributing your quota to the world in general, because Everybody has a role to play, and if it's something that you actually love, something that you've always wanted to do, if it's a goal that you have, you want to get to this point, you want to buy a house, you want to help people, you want to donate, you want to, if you allow all of these insecurities prevent you from creating the content just because you feel like the background is not good enough, my face is not facing today, then you end up losing out. And then all of the people that you, all the lives you would have touched by virtue of that thing that you are not doing will not have the opportunity to experience or enjoy your quota or your contribution that you are in the world to make. So that's just it. I thought I'll just come on here and just talk about it, because I've been through it, and I'm still a work in progress. I still think about, you know, those things on a daily basis, and I want to get to that point where, you know, I'm just able to pull up the camera and say, oh guys, so this is actually what it is, without thinking about my insecurities, or, you know, thinking about, oh, how I'm not living in a mansion. Like, appreciate your now, but aspire to your dreams. You know what I mean? Appreciate your now, but aspire to your dreams. Appreciating your now involves making the best of your now. Making the best of your now involves making the best use of the resources that you have now. Like, there's nothing wrong with that. You are well within your rights to do that. You are well within your rights to aspire to have nice things. You are well within your rights to want to improve. But that doesn't mean that you don't do what you have to do just because you are insecure about something. Anyways, I hope that this video helps you. Let me know in the comment section down below what's that one thing that just makes you feel discouraged to record videos or create content. There is no insecurity that you cannot overcome. Just throw it out the window. I always say this. Throw all of that out the window and just focus more on the value that you are given by virtue of you being on the platform. Anyways, that's the end of this video, guys. I hope you enjoyed this little chit chat. It's a bit nippy. I need to go. It's so cold. I'm literally freezing. It's so funny. I'm freezing, but I'm trying to get the perfect audio so you guys can hear me. Hence why. But once I'm off this camera, best believe I'm gonna just get me a cup of tea or something, you know, something hot, and just, you know, put on something thick so that we are not cold. But yeah, that's the end of this video, guys. I hope that you enjoyed it. If you did, please let me know in the comment section down below. Also, if it's your first time here, please do well subscribe to my channel. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in my next video.